government of the people, for the people, and by the people. That's the common notion of democracy, the type of governance in use in Nigeria. And the chosen system, the federal system, seems to have a different face from how it is practiced in most countries. Anyway, the essence of any form of governance is the welfare of the people. So 18 years of uninterrupted democracy with a federal system of government, and it's time to answer the question, how is the Nigerian state faring? Welcome to Big Story. I'm Ini Thompson.
We dumped Buhari into office in 2015, and because he promised Nigerians he was going to do a lot of things.
Many Nigerians are expressing frustration with the situation in the country. This comes as a result of unmet expectations.
But the government of Muhammadu Buhari promised us that the dollar will be 1 naira when he takes over office. Look at what we are seeing.
Another challenge, another challenge, double challenge, another challenge, another challenge, another challenge.
The blame is not placed on the president only. His team share part of it.
If our economist team, if they cannot take our country out of the mess we are in right now, in the next few months, things will be worse.
Looking at the bigger picture, political scientist Dr. Kayode Esuola faults the system.
So in Nigeria, our democracy is still built around individuals, it's still built around fraud, it's still built around deliberate corruption. So it is difficult to say that you have a state, because the institutions that are supposed to create order and control in the society are yet to be seen. You only have powerful individuals. You don't have powerful institutions, if at all you have any.
The protest is not just for economic reasons. The people have other demands which are expected to be embedded in a democratic state.
We are told we cannot protest too. What kind of country is that? What kind of citizens are we? And who are we to be told, look, you can only protest if the police license you?
Once again, Dr. Esuola is not surprised.
Nigeria is not at all running as a democratic state. I explain. Now, there are two parts to that. There is the state, there is the democratic, which is the adjective. Now, if you don't have a state, you cannot have a democratic state. As it is at the moment, Nigeria cannot be fully defined as a state. Perhaps an aspiring state, perhaps a state in the embryo, but in the technical sense of the word, Nigeria is not yet a state, so it is difficult for it to be a democratic state. You have a state when you are able to arrive at a level in which your society has order, in which certain institutions have evolved. And please mark that word, not created, not fabricated. Certain institutions have evolved to institute control and order in the society. It is until you arrive at this point that you can say you don't have a state.
While not looking down at the need for institutions, former local council development area boss Kamal Salau Bashra proposes that a change in the attitude of Nigerians could jumpstart the process which he believes is already on.
It's a developmental process. We are going. You don't take the politics of today, 2017, to what is a decade, 1.5 decades ago when we started. People have actually become aware, and they are more conscious of their rights. If not, a sitting president in Nigeria will not be voted out by Nigerians, and that shows it's a progressional development. but we need to do more to build it. And nobody will do it for us. It is we Nigerians.
While the political class is also being accused of slowing down this development, especially for lack of practicing politics of philosophy and ideology.
They play the politics of no philosophy, no principle, anything. They are in APC today, PDP afternoon, paracetamol in the evening. And so don't know that the new thing is rotten. And when you look at how they cross carpet, somebody says it's a progressive, it now crosses private to the PDP, because the PDP is the power. And now, PDP now be accusing APC of being a conglomeration of incompatibles. The moment they are in power, the bulk of the PDP that were criticizing them, APC is now more or less 70 or 75% of PDP. First Republic, you have the NCNC, you have the AG, you have the NPC. And everybody knows what each party stands for. The NPC was known as a conservative dome. The NCNC was the progressive party in the East, standing for unity form of government. That's the difference between the NCNC and the Action Group preaching federalism.
His perspective resounds from a former National Commissioner of the Independent Electoral Commission, Professor Lai Olurode.
The essence of politics is to facilitate the heart of governance. You know, the heart of governance itself is complicated. And for you to be able to govern very well, you must have strong political parties. In this country today, I'm not too sure we have strong political parties in terms of parties that can craft policies, social policies that can encapsulate the needs of the people, that can respond to the existential challenges of the people, what they need to do, how they need to live their life, creating employment for them, creating jobs for them, giving them social services that they need, power supply, good roads. But you have so many institutions that have been created to respond to this challenge. But unfortunately, in terms of the deliverables,